So, how's it going? Welcome back to F1 24 and another part of our Lewis Hamilton career mode. Today, we have got qualifying and the race for you here in Austin, Texas. Last time out, we had a very dominant display in the sprint race, so I'm looking forward to seeing how we get on today. Leave a like if you're enjoying, of course. We are getting towards the end of Season 1 and towards the point where we are going to be joining Ferrari and taking on Lewis Hamilton's next part of his story. But you can see plenty of rain about today, so it's not going to be easy. Let's get ourselves into qualifying and see how we get on. Fingers crossed our pace remains.
It's
but
United
wow,
States
look at that.
Formula 1 at the moment, so what a thrill for everyone today to see our drivers lapping COTA at full hot lap speed. It's the Circuit of the Americas, and it's qualifying.
Now, what it could do is help us because we won't need to get out of the 1 second window. But yeah, this is looking very dreary out there. Put a couple of laps of fuel in there. The engine brake. I'm just going to reduce that slightly to try and get rid of the rear oversteer. But yes, yeah, very, very different, this one. Right then, here we go. We've been the first to risk it on the intermediate tyres. We're going to head up to the line, and where is this going to put us? It puts us second at the moment. Purple final sector. Yeah, it's quite unbelievable, really, that for the second race in a row, we're the ones that are risking it all in qualifying. But yeah, the extreme wets were horrible. They really were. We managed to find 2 seconds worth of time on the inters there. But you can see how treacherous it is. It's really, really tricky to get through these corners without making a mistake. And ended up in the wall. But we managed to get through there nicely. And you can see half a second is our gain through there. So I think intermediates are definitely the way to go. Whether people will actually go onto the intermediates, I don't know. We're giving ourselves a nice overtake boost on the straight, just to give us that little bit of extra oomph from the acceleration. And now,
okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
You can really see 2 purple sectors. We are flying here. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet, everybody. Now this corner here is another treacherous one. Trying to keep it as flat as we can. And that was beautiful. And we've gained another second here because we were brave. We come round the final corner then. And we head up to the line on the intermediate tyres. This is going to be great. A 146.8. And we're doing okay at the moment. We need to just keep pushing, keep trying to find time in these final 2 minutes. We've got enough fuel to do 2 more laps. Well, here we go again then. Another couple of tenths improvement. 46.6, and as I say, we've got 1 more lap to go here. And just building the confidence on these tyres. Well, here we go then, final lap of the session. We are very much already through, but let's see if we can top the session. Oh, I don't think we do. I think it's second in the end. Oh no, just first. It must be by 1,000th of a second, but it got very, very close. And I think it is very much a crossover between the inters and the wets, because look at that. Very, very close. Piastri and Leclerc massively quick there. But who goes out in Q1? Well. Sainz, Russell and Norris all out in Q1, along with Sargent and Magnussen. That is huge, and what a disappointment for us, because we're, of course, wanting George Russell right up there with us to try and take it a Red Bull in the championship. Perez survives by the skin of his teeth. Well, here we go then. We're going to head up to the line. This is our best time so far, 45.9. And yeah, that should be enough. Nobody else is out there setting times. They all just went out on the wet tyres. So yeah, we're through quite comfortably in the end. And no shocks in Q2 this time. Everybody through that you would expect. Well, here we go then. Q3, similar story. I would expect that we're going to be taking pole position by quite a bit here. And yes, 46.5. It's not our best time, but it is a good time. Now, everybody is coming out again for another run, so we're going to stay out there. Try and improve on our times incrementally and just hope that we stay in front. Here we go then. This is our penultimate lap, and you can see we've got a decent improvement. Lost a couple of tenths in the last corner, but a 46.0, I think that's going to be enough. Now, I've got enough fuel for one more lap here. But everybody else is going to be coming through as well. Perez has gone second here. Stroll has gone third, so they are improving. Is anybody going to improve enough to usurp us for pole? Yes, they are. Max Verstappen has put in a 45.9. Right. We need to find some time then. But we're half a second off in that first sector. This isn't good. Right, gonna use the overtake button. We're down to fourth here. Oh, and we've gone wide. That's gonna be it. And there it is. No. Oh, well. Fourth place in the end. That is devastating. That is absolutely devastating. But that's what we get. That's what we get. We just couldn't quite hook up our best possible time on those intermediates. And, well, Leclerc is the one that takes pole position. Let's see how we get on in the race.
Well, you don't need me to remind you that Formula One is now so beloved in the United States that we race here 3 times a year. But let's give respect to COTA, or the Circuit of the Americas, to give it its full name. This place laid the foundations for this moment and still remains the host of the US Grand Prix. It's 10 to the left and 10 to the right. I'm not talking about a line dance, I'm talking about the corners here at the fantastic Circuit of the Americas. Overtaking opportunities into turn 1 and turn 12 at this anti-clockwise 3.6 mile track. But we may well see cars struggle to slow down here today as the wet weather interferes with the low-speed grip. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Perez, Stroll, Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, Albon, Hülkenberg, Ricciardo, Zhou, Bottas, Norris, Russell, Sainz, Sargent, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me, bringing glamour and expertise to our commentary today, Naomi Schiff. And let's talk momentum with this driver. What a sprint it was. They start at 0 once again for today, but with a huge amount of confidence, surely. Well, they'll definitely be glad that there's not a sprint race today. Let's face it, the sprint couldn't have gone much worse, but what we're looking for today is a reaction. Now, sadly, things didn't work out for them last time.
Oh, it's glitched in again. It's so annoying. Right, anyway, oh. It's raining out there, but they are trying to start us on dry tyres now. Oh, what? We can't seemingly change what tyres we are on. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I don't think we want to start on the... Yeah, I don't think we want to start on the... Oh, for God's sake. On the hard tyres in wet conditions. So we're going to start on the mediums, come in, pop on the hard tyres and see where we're at. I'm hoping that we're not the only ones that are forced onto dry tyres, but yeah, that is very annoying. But you can see, I mean, it's wet, but it's probably not as wet as yesterday, so I wonder if the dry tyres will be okay.
Each driver will no doubt be mindful of the wet surface as they prepare to race around the track.
But everybody has gone for hard tyres except us. We've gone mediums. Obviously, we were never going to go softs, but this is going to be very interesting. Dry tyres on a wet track.
Is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix.
But it does look pretty dry, doesn't it? I think we're going to be okay here, but there's going to be carnage into turn one. I can virtually guarantee that, but it does look pretty dry. It's whether we're going to get onto intermediate tyres halfway through the race. I mean, you look at that camera angle and you can see the rain coming down. This is going to be a very interesting race. Dry tyres on a wet track. Let's see how we get on here. Lights out, away we go. And it's an okay start for us, but it's going to be into the unknown of turn one. And we try and keep it straight. Verstappen and Leclerc make contact, but we are safely through the first corner. Now then, this is going to be where it really shows whether we're on the right tyres or not. Yeah, we're on the right tyres. We have got grip through these corners. And we're okay. So, yeah, good job we weren't able to change onto the intermediate tyres. I think they would have overheated in these conditions. But that is a heavy braking zone and we head very wide there. We're just about okay. But after our sprint performance in the dry yesterday, you would imagine that we will be able to catch and pass these guys fairly quickly, but we just need to make sure we're not doing anything silly here. Well, as we get used to these tyres and used to where the grip is, then you would imagine that we're going to be very, very quick. But we got past Piastri. I think that was an important thing to do on lap one. Oh, well, just a little bit hot into the final corner.
Okay, DRS is now available.
DRS is enabled, so it is dry enough in the opinions of the stewards that we can use DRS. But we're using overtake, we're going to have DRS as well. And we're going to be able to make a move on Charles Leclerc. We're closing in. Are we going to be able to get the car slowed down in time? He takes the inside line. We try and do a bit of a switchback. But no luck there. Need to be a little bit closer next time, but it's so difficult to stay close in these conditions because we're sliding around, but we're nice and close here. So you'd think into turn one we're going to have an almighty run up the hill. So here we go, and this time Leclerc doesn't have DRS on Max Verstappen.
Just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
So we head down the inside of turn one, and we are through. We just about managed to get it turned, and we're okay. Right then, clear air is now the order of the day. Can we catch Max Verstappen? Well, here comes Charles Leclerc trying to get that position back. He heads down the inside of turn one, and he is through. That was a good move from Charles Leclerc. And I think he'll be quite happy with that. And I'll tell you who else will be happy is Max Verstappen. We're just struggling for surface temperature in these tyres right now. That's where we're really having those issues. Well, there goes Piastri past us, and yeah, we're just really slow at the moment. Just can't get anywhere with these tyres.
Come on, you can win that place back. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Maybe we should risk coming in and getting onto the intermediate tyres. I mean, this could completely ruin our race. But it's not working. So we're going to come in and we're going to put the intermediate tyres on. Oh, damn it. I pressed the wrong button there. Right, we're in.
Right, let's go. Come on. Okay, that stop was a slower time than we ideally wanted to see.
And let's see what intermediate tyres will do for us.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Well, certainly initial impressions feel pretty good. We're not sliding around like we were on the medium tyres, so this could be a real turnaround in this race, being on these intermediate tyres. Let's just see if we actually are able to close in on the cars in front. Well, yeah, you can see we are quicker. So this could be what swings the race for us.
Okay,
well, look at
nice
that.
Really
that is a huge
target,
lap time, a 1:41.3. Now, to put into perspective, I think that's about 2 seconds quicker than the leaders. Now, they're not going to respond to this. They're going to try and hold it out, I think, and hope that the dry tyre weather comes to them, because then they'll have saved a pit stop. But the right tyres to be on right now are intermediate tyres. Now the issue will be, are we going to be able to pass these guys quickly and efficiently? And look at the rear tyres, they've already gone off. That's where we've really been struggling. We struggled on the medium tyres with those, and that's where our pace
minutes of light rain
was lost. But even if we can just go at 1:42s, I think that is going to be so significantly faster than the rest of the field that we're going to be all right here. Now then, Bottas is first in line to be overtaken here. Try it round the outside. And you can see how much more grip we've got. DRS enabled now.
4.3 seconds.
That's pretty good. I'm going to go down the inside of Sargent here. That worked out quite nicely.
Looks so easy.
DRS enabled. And there we go, around the outside. I think we're okay. Hülkenberg is next. And we are through. That works out very nicely. Well, people are starting to come into the pit lane. Where are we going to come out? Are they going to go onto fresh intermediate tyres, or I don't think so. I think they're going on to fresh mediums. So we have come out ahead of Max Verstappen. 2 seconds ahead of him. Now, the real question is, are our tyres going to last till the end, or are we going to get punctures? Because we're already 45% of the way through our left rear, and there's still 8 laps to go. So that's going to be our real issue here. Well, we head down the inside of Carlos Sainz this time, and we are through. We've got to try and keep as many cars as we can between ourselves and Max Verstappen, because he is going to be rapid on his new medium tyres. George Russell, he's going to be coming into the pits now.
Okay, George is coming in for his stop.
And you can see Max Verstappen is right there. So we are going to take the lead of this Grand Prix. But Max Verstappen is surely going to be past us as quick as a flash here. Yep, there goes Max Verstappen with the DRS. He is through. And we were expecting that to happen. I think it'll be very interesting to see what sort of lap times are put in here, because Max is not putting in fastest laps yet. Well, there goes Fernando Alonso. That's his fastest lap of this Grand Prix. Yeah, are we just going to find ourselves in
fastest lap of the race so far?
A load of trouble here?
Okay, Lewis, tyres are wearing at quite a rate here, mate. Please try and look after them.
Yeah, I think we need to come into the pits now. These tyres have fallen off a cliff. Look at our left rear tyre. It is falling off a cliff.
Keep on it.
But what can we do?
Mistake.
It's because they're overheating. But what can we do? Can we put new soft tyres on? Will they last? I think they probably will. So yeah, we're going to come in this lap.
Then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
And I said it at the time. I said that decision could come back to bite us, and I think we've just seen evidence of it there. Is because these inters have just overheated now.
Back into the race. Perfect.
Where are we going to come back out?
There, mate. We're delighted with that.
We're going to come out behind that little group of Russell, Sainz, Ricciardo, I think. Yeah. Oh dear. Well, we just went straight on. We couldn't slow the car down. We lost a bit of front wing now.
It's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
And I think that's going to be us done, because I don't think we can compete without half of our front wing. That was, yeah, we just couldn't slow the car down. It was cold tyres, and that was the issue there. And I think it's because we had the overtake button pressed down. And we're going again now. This time putting on a brand new front wing, but what looked like it was going to be a dominant weekend for us has all gone wrong.
That's it. Go, go, go.
Because of the rain.
Fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
What a disaster. And it's going to be a pointless weekend for Mercedes in the race. We had another brand new set of soft tyres, so we'll see what we could have achieved. I still think
okay, Lewis, let's focus.
yeah, I think we were more comfortable on the intermediate tyres, to be quite honest with you. Well, we've come in again, put on the intermediate tyres, just really to see if we can get ourselves fastest lap. But yeah, it's turned into a bit of a disaster weekend. I think we should have come in and put on another set of intermediate tyres instead of the softs, and I think in that case, I think we would have still finished in the points, but you live and learn.
Smashed it.
Well, there you go, fastest lap of the race, so we would have really been competing for the victory had we changed back onto the intermediate tyres. They have been the fastest tyre today. The only issue is that they're overheating in these conditions. So after a few laps you lose that advantage and the drives become faster again. It's a really tricky situation.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
But we might as well finish the race, and you know, you never know what can happen. Could be a sudden downpour and everybody's struggling to stay on the track, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's been a disappointing race because this should have been a race we dominated. I think in the dry we would have, but in these changeable conditions ahead, we've just not been able to look after the tyres well enough. In our first stint on the medium tyres, the rear tyres were really struggling. In the race, in the intermediate tyres, the rears have really struggled, and that's ultimately why we've not been able to execute a good race today. And I'll tell you what, there's a hell of a field spread.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Final lap of the race coming up now. There we go, Max Verstappen has won here in America, and he will very much be taking the championship now.
As things stand, we'll be second in the championship.
We're going to stay second in the championship, and that's good for us, but it's not good for the constructors because it's been a pointless race for Mercedes. And as I said, we needed to maximise everything. And we've not been able to do that today, which is a shame. It's not been a good race for us. A 4-stop strategy was certainly not the quickest way around this circuit. But we didn't give up, we didn't retire the car, and we still get over the line with fastest lap.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys.
Well, it's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have all pushed themselves
there you go.
this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
It's a 4th world title for Max Verstappen. He's catching us up. But we hope to be the ones standing on the top step this time next year.
Showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
And well, Perez finishing third as well. That's going to really help their Constructors' Championship charge. Yeah, disappointing day. Disappointing day. Russell got 1 point in the race in the end. Well played to him. But you can see Max Verstappen wins the World Championship. He's done a great job. But yeah, the Constructors is virtually out of reach now for us, which is a big disappointment, you would have to say. But yeah, not a good weekend for our overall rating, although our pace did go up quite a lot, which is good, and we have actually become more recognised than George Russell. There you go, very, very good. All fronts there for our perks. And 5 races to go then, and that'll be starting with Mexico next time out. Looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys are too. And we will see how it goes. But yes, if you have enjoyed that, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and goodbye.